Tonight, the president is renewing efforts to override state-level artificial intelligence laws.
And that includes Tennessee's high-profile Elvis Act, protecting artists' name, image, and likeness. Here's News 2's Kelly Milan.
A draft executive order now circulating in Washington could give the federal government sweeping authority over artificial intelligence and strip states of the power to enact their own protections. Tennessee is one of the states with the most at stake. Its Elvis Act, passed just last year, made national headlines for giving artists new control over their voice, image, and likeness in the age of AI.
If federal preemption comes to fruition, it could potentially invalidate the Elvis Act. And the Elvis Act was passed just last year to protect creators.
Earlier this week, President Trump posted that overregulation by the states is threatening to undermine this major growth engine, and argued the U.S. needs, quote, one federal standard. The message rooted in a broader concern, falling behind China in AI development.
In states like California, New York, and Colorado have very stringent regulatory schemes. And now these AI companies are going to be forced to comply with 50 different regulatory schemes, which is going to slow us down compared to adversarial countries like China in their AI development.
Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti was one of the first to push back when Washington moved to limit state authority. He joined Governor Bill Lee and other Republican governors, urging the federal government not to sideline state protections in Trump's big, beautiful bill. That moratorium put those federal moves on hold.
Usually when the federal government preempts the states, there's a federal plan in place. So, there would be a comprehensive federal regulatory scheme, and that you don't want the states to bump into that. But here, the federal government isn't doing anything to regulate AI.
If the executive order is signed, it would not take effect immediately. It would first move to Congress for review, where lawmakers would determine how broad preemption should be and whether laws like Tennessee's Elvis Act remain intact, are weakened, or are swept aside entirely. Back to you.
I see it like this, man. Basically, we are, and I know people don't believe this, we are in competition with China. Regardless if we believe it or not, they got DeepSeek. And I heard DeepSeek, first off, is governmental owned because China owns a part of all companies. That's another thing. Even TikTok, they kind of have a piece in TikTok, or say in TikTok, even though they can't use it. But they have a piece of everything. That being said, we are in competition with them. We've always been in competition with China. We need to be at the front, and that's why you can't restrict it. And I understand what Trump's trying to do. But at the same time, we need certain restrictions on it, because you got some of it telling kids to, I've made videos about it. I'm very amazed with ChatGPT. I just got my Samsung Z Fold 7. It's a wonderful phone. But I have Google Gemini, and Google Gemini isn't as good as ChatGPT. But what we have, like I said, we have Gemini, we have ChatGPT, we got Grok, we have Copilot, Perplexity. That's all American, bro. We really doing it for real. But they have DeepSeek, and DeepSeek is really big. You know what I'm saying? And we are in the AI. One thing I would say we can't lack in, and that's artificial intelligence. Our artificial intelligence needs to be superior, second to none. Facts. Because we have all these major billionaire companies. We have Microsoft, which is also Copilot, that made Copilot. We have them. They're the ones, and NVIDIA, they damn near almost invested $1 billion+ into a ChatGPT. Yeah, OpenAI. Yeah, they're not even public. That's how you know it's for real. That's how you know it's going down. I can't wait until it goes IPO. I'm investing immediately. I don't care. ChatGPT, bro, I'm putting all my money into it. Yep. I just know it's just like, I feel like right now it's the boom. I feel like what's happening right now, it's like another boom happening. Kind of like Bitcoin. But this is technology Bitcoin. This is like infinite information. And this is the reason why I like AI in general. I say this. Everybody now has infinite information at the tip of their thumbs. ChatGPT is free. I'm telling you, I paid for the free the paid version, but I'm be honest, I didn't use it enough to have to pay for it. So I went back to the free version. And when they say that you got to pay more, I just wait, do that little buffer, and I do it again. I got Google Gemini. They're not as good, I'm be honest. ChatGPT is superior to all of them, I would think. But at the end of the day, it's free. That being said, if you can invest, invest. But at the same time, watch what you're doing. Don't take all information from it. But at the same time, because I know some people, they'll get into like a AI psychosis where they trust everything it's saying. One time, I'm be honest, I asked ChatGPT who was the president. It said Biden. I said, who's the 47th president of the United States? And it said Biden. I said, and then I went along with it and I had a full conversation with it. I said, wait, if Biden's the president, who's the vice president? And it said J.D. Vance. I said, really? So you got a Democratic president with a Republican vice president? It said, yeah. And that's what the only problems about ChatGPT. It needs to be constantly innovated because it has a delusion aspect of it where it will lie. But I knew the truth. I just wanted to see how long it will take ChatGPT to catch on. But that being said, you need to also know the information you're asking to. If it's you need to at least know a partial of the information because it might just lie to you. But I don't think it's intentional. I just think that it just is confused. It's a computer that's doing infinite information at a certain amount of speed. It's better. It's more of an asset than it is not an asset, I would say. In this situation, I want people to understand that everybody has an equal playing ground now. So if you're an individual like me, I'm 28 years old, you got other people that are older, he and I have the same ability to achieve open AI and use the information for anything. I literally was coding the app with ChatGPT. I have no knowledge of coding. I don't know nothing about coding, but I know ChatGPT helped me code something. Maybe, and I made it in everything and put it on Xcode. It worked. Yeah. That's amazing, bro. You can do infinite things. As long as you can think it, and you can damn near tell it to make a plan. I've had ChatGPT make my LLC name. Show me the steps to make an LLC. Literally. I got all that shit done in one day. Shit that would have took me weeks to do. Research individually. It told me immediately. That's what I'm telling you about. Everybody has access to immediate information. In the future, it's either you're going to get ahead with AI or you're not. You're going to either be the old head, because there's a lot of young people that don't use it either, but you're going to be the old head mentally without it, or you're going to be the old head with it and be super advanced. That's my predictions with AI. So yes, we do need regulations based on what it tells people, because now they finna start having it to say sexual stuff content to adult content. I don't too much disagree with it, but I don't too much agree with it either, because we're one step away from having like the sex dials that are automatic. China already got the dials moving the mouth, talking and shit. All you gotta do is add AI to it and you don't need a wife no more, G. Why do you need a woman when this robot got the gushy? You know what I'm saying? What I need a girl for? I got my robot Android. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, maybe I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, maybe we need regulations. Maybe we don't. Y'all gonna tell me that in the comment section, though. But it's your boy, AngeloSavage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video for YouTube algorithm. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy, Savage. Let's go. Peace.